Welcome, Crusaders, and thanks for joining me for Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. So we've taken Drezen, and we've got a lot of catching up to do now. We've got new stuff in the journal. Everybody's leveled up. We're going to have to take care of that. And then we're going to have to just check out things here and see. We've got people here to check in with some new merchants and stuff. Exotic weapons provider. Cool. Okay. So this is going to be some just probably exploring around Drezen and figuring out where we're at and learning about what we need to do next. Looks like lots of people probably to talk to, a whole bunch of stuff here. All right. So I'll start by getting everybody leveled up. So we get another favored enemy. I guess we've taken favored enemy demons of magic. I think we just continue with the demons theme and grab the demons of slaughter. We actually get two here. Okay, I wasn't sure why we had two icons here, and I guess we get two. So demons of slaughter already took. Can we take that more than once? So I'm not sure about this second choice here. It's weird. If we choose slaughter here, then why do we have that as a choice again here? Mentions a subtype in the table below, but I don't see any table below. We can choose demons of slaughter again. Guess we take the demons of magic here. I don't get this. It's weird. Guess that's what we're doing. I guess having a remove paralysis wouldn't hurt. I'm not sure what else to take here. Grab that. Okay, we got everybody pretty much leveled up. I'm ready to do something else. We've got some mythic leveling to do here on Darren and Camellia, but we'll take care of that another time. And we'll go into what we leveled people with when we have a chance. Let's see. I just want to do some exploring here, I guess. Head out the gate and maybe check in with all these folks down here. We'll have to go back in the Citadel too at some time and see what's in there. Alright, there's our banner. Sword of Valor. Let's actually take a moment and look at the journal here. So, the Wardstone Legacy. Is this the new, main chapter? No, this is still Kalessa's scheme. Okay. Sword of Valor. The Secrets of Creation. Go to the Heart of Mystery. An unknown figure told the commander to go to a place called the Heart of Mystery. Oh yeah, we saw this. Okay. That was out on the map. Dragon's Fate. Yeah, we're still trying to find something that belonged to Trendelev. I guess I should notice the new icons here. Know thy enemy. Search for traces of unusual demon activity. Any lead could be crucial. It's not possible that the demons have left no trace. The war between Crusaders and demons has been raging for a century, and each side has at times managed to find and apply fundamentally new powers or tactics. It seems a similar shift has happened again. Extremely powerful demons are appearing in the territory around Dresden, and their abilities are far different to those of any demons the Crusaders have encountered before. Knowledge is the key to victory. That means the commander must learn the secret behind these unusual demons. Attack out of nowhere. Crusader scouts are reporting a worrying pattern. Though approaching demon armies are normally sighted in advance on the Grey Road, sometimes they seem to appear out of thin air precisely where they shouldn't be. They are cutting off supply lines and intercepting couriers, rations officers, and caravans of provisions. They are destroying the arteries that pump life into the cumbersome and greedy body that calls itself the Crusader Army. In order to push west, the commander must first know how the demons are masking their forces and put an end to it. Find out how the demons are sneaking into Crusader territory. Commander must conduct reconnaissance to find out how the demons are moving their forces into Crusader territory without attracting attention. Talk to Anivia and hear her latest report. The final sunset of winter. When a civilization dies, its settlements slowly turn to ruin, like broken bones turning white in the sun. A skeleton now bereft of any kind of life. This is what happened to Sarkoris, whose numerous settlements are now abandoned and forgotten places where long-dead people once lived. However, something strange is occurring on Dresden's southern road. A Crusader patrol has vanished where the settlements of Old Sarkoris once stood. What is happening in these lands? The commander must get to the bottom of it. Find the missing Crusaders. A patrol from Dresden has disappeared without a trace. What happened to the soldiers? Were they killed? Were they kidnapped? Were they deserters? They went missing on the southern road away from the city. It is only sensible to begin the search there. The Dragon Hunt. Alright, supposedly there's a dragon around here somewhere that's not connected to the demons. Despite their high intelligence and rhetorical skills, when evil dragons perceive other species, they revert to their basest primal instincts. Like a giant, mindless, flesh-eating leech, they consider everything other than themselves food. A rumor has spread among the Crusaders about a large and vicious dragon that has been raiding the scout patrols. This particular specimen does not seem remotely concerned by their weapons. She swoops down onto the soldiers and then flies away, having snatched several victims to devour in her lair. Talk to the bounty hunter in the tavern. Given their lack of experience in dragon hunting, it is unlikely that the Crusaders will meet with much success in their attempt to track down and kill such a cunning adult specimen. However, Irabeth claims that a reputable bounty hunter is currently staying in the town's tavern. It would be wise to seek his help. Okay, then Battered Spirit. Even the best people sometimes feel like imposters, pretenders to a position beyond their capabilities. It is especially easy to fall prey to such thoughts if you were responsible for, or even simply failed to prevent, the deaths of people who were counting on you. The events at the Lost Chapel in Dresden have left a ragged wound in the soul of Irabeth Tirabade, a wound which has now turned septic with self-doubt. Who else can heal Irabeth but the commander to whom she entrusted her life? Talk to Irabeth. The horrors endured in the Lost Chapel and her resulting breakdown during the battle for Dresden have destroyed Irabeth's morale. Can she regain her confidence? Does the commander even want that to happen? It is far from clear, but first a conversation with Irabeth is in order. Okay. Then we've got some companion quests that we knew about. Woljif. Crescent of the Abyss. Loyalty has never been Woljif Jefto's strong suit. However, he should be commended for his self-restraint. He ran from the commander during the gargoyle attack, but only after traveling with him almost the whole way to Drezen. How far could he have gotten? It is not impossible that the commander will soon find out. When people like Woljif get into trouble, they usually hurry back to the people they previously betrayed. Wait for events to unfold. Woljif fled, but even a tiefling as slippery as him cannot hope to survive long in the Worldwound on his own. Perhaps the commander will see Woljif again before he has time to miss his endless stream of inane chatter. Yeah, I'm not sure Zeke is going to be super happy to see Woljif. Then we've got Crusade Quest, middle game. Build the main stables in Drezen. Form the staff council. Order the Crusade's craftsmen to improve a relic. Liberate the region. Okay. So we got Crusade quest to do. We still have this errand to find scripts for the storyteller. We've got some of those, we just don't have the storyteller. Alright, Saxon, let's head down here. See if there's anybody new we want to meet, talk to. We've got a jewelry trader here, an arcane weaver over there. Let's talk to this little guy. Oh, he doesn't want to talk, he just wants to deal. Well, we are carrying a bunch of stuff that we've picked up in this battle, so let's just unload this. Okay, we got rid of some of the heavy stuff we're carrying around. Let's see what they've got for sale. Amulet of Mighty Fists and Agile Fists. I suppose one of those would be nice on, like on Aegis particularly. I forget what he's got at the moment. We're not going to spend 36 grand on anything right now. The nice bracers of armor. Goggles of Pure Sight. Allows the wearer to take 20 on their next Dispel Magic attempt once per day. Yeah. They've got some diamonds, which could come in handy for, like, resurrection, that kind of thing. I don't know if we have any diamonds at the moment. Do those show up in here? Let's pick up one. Because I think... I don't remember if anybody has Resurrection's spell equipped, but we'll probably need some of those eventually. Alright, I don't think we're going to buy anything else at the moment. But it's good to know they are here. Let's check in with the Arcane Weaver. Shirt of Blazing Fighter, 70 grand. Plus 5 competence bonus to athletics, skill checks, and fire resistance 30. Okay. Robe of Order. If the wearer of this robe has a key pool, the robe increases it by 2. If the wearer is of lawful alignment, it grants a +2 bonus on attack rolls against chaotic enemies. It can only be worn by a monk. Is Lon's alignment lawful? I feel like maybe it is. That would actually be decent for him, but again, we're not going to spend that much money right now. Okay, some cool stuff. We'll have to remember to look at when we're feeling a little more flush with cash. We can go check in with Darren and Camellia over here. That's while we're in the neighborhood. These two wouldn't really be my first choice to talk to after the latest events. But let's see. You know what? Darren asks, not bothering to greet you properly. I've noticed a certain cyclical pattern in my life ever since I met you. First, something happens that leaves me positively intrigued. Then I descend into the depths of fear and anger. Then I start to think that it's not so bad. The curiosity comes back, and then something even more dreadful occurs. The demons attacking my home and the city around it was unpleasant enough already, but I thought I could compensate for that by striking up a curious acquaintance and having some new experiences. Then my dearest cousin threw me right into the middle of a crusade, and just when I started to see some positives in my current situation, the gargoyles kidnapped me. The slaughter in Dresden following my triumphant rescue effectively put out every spark of optimism that I had managed to gather. Now the city is in our hands again, and it's getting more and more tolerable to stay here. I feel surprisingly good, and I'm even beginning to find the city rather enjoyable. This brings one very reasonable question to my mind. What is the next outrageous and dangerous mess you're going to pull me into? You really like the sound of your voice, don't you? Did you just call me a bore, Commander? I'm devastated. Still, I must point out that you can easily avoid listening to my boring voice by not talking to me in the first place. Alright. Talk to you later. We probably should have been more congenial with him, but Zeke's feeling a little brusque. Camellia. Greetings. The neat smile on Camelia's lips disappears so quickly you almost wonder if you imagined it. And nothing new from her. Okay. Anything happening? Oh, we can't even get back to that corner. Okay. Let's try to keep our compass pointing north. Keep a track of where we are. Head back around here. We have a new trader. Exotic weapons provider. Okay. That sounds good. Probably going to be out of our budget again. Torag's Wrath. Dwarven Urgrosh. Nice. Mighty Blow of Good. Vouchered. Yeah, it was... I think it was suggested that a Vouchered is sort of like an upgraded glaive. Maybe we keep an eye out for a good Vouchered to give to like Social eventually. Alright, yeah, nothing we're gonna spend money on there at the moment. Blacksmith here. Dissector, Bardiche. Tight Grip of Anguish, Short Spear. One of the people I want to make sure we talk to is was Greybor. We're really we're in a recruiting mode for 6th party member. So we should talk to him for sure. See what he's all about. Trident. Okay. One of the things I'm definitely open to, because I'm not too concerned about spoilers, I guess use your judgment if it seems spoilery or not, but to tell me if there's like decent weapons we should be keeping our eye out for here right now. If there's anything we should be saving up to buy from those folks, or for better just waiting to see what we find. I tend to not like to buy weapons. It seems more interesting to use things that we pick up and find, but if there's something we should consider using, definitely like to hear about it. So where are we getting ourselves? We're back up here. So this is where that... Is this where that secret passage was? I think so, but maybe we've closed that off. It was the passage that we didn't really ever... we got in, but we didn't find any way out of it on the other side. Apparently there's a lever, something in there that we didn't see. I don't know, it's either we didn't have the perception to see it, or it was just user error, my own blindness. Okay, I think that's everything on this level. Let's continue down here. Where are these? Oh, Wilser is right there too. We didn't notice him. That's fine. Okay, let's... Arsinoe is over there. Arsinoe. I'm trying to... I recognize that name, but I can't remember who they are. Let's go around there first. Maybe well, Lon sort of... Maybe hit Lon and Sela here on the way. It's like maybe Lon's down here somewhere. Yeah. It's like he's as far away from the bustle of the city as he could get. Alright, nothing new. Arsinoe. I know I should remember who that is, and I can't. What's that say? Sunrise Sword Archer. Oh, these are just, okay, our allies over here. We miss Sela? We did. She must have been in here. There we go. Oh, barracks. We can go inside. Good day and clear skies. What do you say? Where are we off to today? Nothing new. Okay. Aegis, you doing well? Let's check the barracks. These guys are gonna freak when they see that commander's here to visit them. Oh, there's Elon. Adventures of Brim the Crusader. Make sure we look at that. Elon. Oh, he's not really wanting to talk. Anything in here? Goes back out. Oh, there's another book. Know thy enemy. Looks like we've seen that one. And this goes back out over here. Oh, this puts us up. We're actually, okay, we came through here. We're actually down lower back here. Back around my lawn. Can we even get down from here? It doesn't look like it. All right.
Our path leads on.
Oh, wait. Arsinoe, is that? They were in Kingmaker, weren't they? They were like a cleric. That's where I'm remembering that name from. So has Zeke even met them? I don't think so. A woman in gold embroidered cleric's robes greets you with a polite bow. Her eyes, the color of molten gold, gleam brightly in her dusky face. Greetings, Commander. My name is Arsinoe. I am a messenger from the Temple of Abadar in Absalom, and I came here assuming the defenders of the fortress could use the services of a cleric. Ah. Yeah, okay. I'm impressed that I could remember. I'm pretty sure she was the one we met in Kingmaker. Perhaps you've heard about the wound that sometimes opens in my chest. Are you familiar with this kind of ailment? Arsinoe quickly probes you with the skill of an experienced healer. So the wound was right here, and then it disappeared and reappeared? Amazing. No, this is the first time I've ever heard of such magic. What do you think it might be? I think it is some kind of demonic corruption, or particles of chaos from the abyss have entered through the wound into your body and made it so unstable. It sounds quite interesting, incidentally. Judging from the records of researchers of the abyss, stranger things have happened in this cursed place. Can you give me some advice on how to heal it? I'm sure that you have already used the purification and chaos warding spells, and for obvious reasons you do not have the option of leaving the campaign and going on a long pilgrimage to various shrines. Since that's the case, keep a diary. Make careful and systematic entries about your well-being. If it gets worse, record the circumstances under which it happens. I'm afraid this is the only advice I can offer right now. I want you to try to heal me. I'm sorry, but I do not have the right to do that. A healer who makes a blind attempt to heal a patient who is not on the verge of death is an irresponsible fool. You do not seem to be dying, so we will not take any unnecessary risks. Thank you. It all makes sense to me now. Okay. Tell me more about Abadar. I'd be delighted to. Abadar is the patron deity of law, trade, and the prosperity of cities. He teaches that law and order allow civilization to develop and keep people safe and wealthy. Iomedae and Abadar are allies, since Iomedae also holds order and nobility above all else. It's hardly surprising to see so many mighty fortresses and wonderful cities in Mendev bloom under her blessing. How'd you end up in Drezen? My story has grown longer and longer over the years, yet sadly it never gets any more interesting. I was born and raised in Absalom. Soon I realized that bringing the word of Abadar to places where it's already been heard was too easy a challenge for a cleric like me. I have traveled all across Galarian since then, watching civilization bring enlightenment to the wildest of places. This brings joy to my heart and makes me feel like I serve my God with my deeds, and not only with my words. The tiny barony in the Stolen Lands that had been my home for a very long time eventually turned into a strong and prosperous kingdom, and I felt that I had to go somewhere else and bring the blessing of Abadar to someone who really needed it. It will take quite a long time for Drezen to recover, and become an unfailing stronghold once again. I will do my very best to help. You are an Aasimar, if I'm not mistaken? Oh yes, I am an Aasimar. Hard to miss, isn't it? I look exactly like my great-great-grandmother, but I am the only one among my kin to have Aasimar blood manifest so visibly in my appearance. I have to admit that it is a very fortunate coincidence. My Aasimar features are rather appealing and make people trust me more easily. This is a good quality to have for a priestess wishing to gather a congregation. I see that you have consecrated the altar of Abadar. So I have, and before you ask me why I did this when there is a temple of Iomedae in Dresden, I will answer. Even though my god is the ally of the inheritor, some still prefer to pray and trust in Abadar instead of her. After all, my humble altar is no worse at removing the corruption of the abyss than the grandiose altar in the temple of Iomedae. Okay, let's take a look at your services. I can sell you various divine spell scrolls, even if you don't have anyone in your party who can read them. I'll be happy to read it for you right here. However, take care out there on your travels. A scroll is useless without someone who can read it. To use a scroll while you're on the move, you'll need a spellcaster whose magical training covers such spells or someone skilled in magical devices. Okay. Let's see what you've got. Burned Ashwood Quarterstaff. Ring of Pyromania. Wearer of this ring deals fire damage through a spell. Whenever they deal fire damage through a spell, they deal additional 1d6 plus 5 fire damage. They also get +2 bonus to caster level checks made to overcome spell resistance. Wow. Throw that on Ember and boost her fire damage up even more. Nice. 50 grand though. Okay, we're gonna have to figure out and spend some money on the scroll scribing, and we haven't done squat with the potion brewing. We don't have anybody that can even do that at this point, so probably need to think about that. Half of the pair. Whenever two creatures wearing different halves of this pendant are within 10 feet of each other, each gets a +2 circumstance bonus on attack rolls and +2 to AC. That's cool. I wonder where the other half is. That would be nice to throw on, like, Sela and Aegis. She's got some nice equipment, along with scrolls and things we're going to want as well. Maybe just so I don't forget, I know we used several Raised Dead scrolls in our Assault of Drezen. Let's buy a couple of those so we have them. And maybe some restoration. Well, she's new to Zeke, but it's nice for us to run into a familiar face. Okay, I think that's it on this side. So let's head around up over here. We've got abandoned building, a house, prison. Lots of things to go inside over here. Let's go check in with the people. One-eyed devil. We did not run into Greybor out here. I wonder if he is inside the Citadel. Or he could be in like the tavern or somewhere. Actually, I think somebody actually told us that. All right, let's head up here. Oh, our troop of theater folks is here. Maybe should check in with them. Where's Grandma? Grandma Gretlin. Okay, you guys are rehearsing. It's Ember. Nothing new from her. Socio? Nothing. It's Horgus. Listening. We've already talked about those. Are you aware of my special powers? Everyone praises you and sings hymns for you as if you're some kind of holy angel. Well, claiming celestial origin benefits every leader, especially the leader of the crusade itself. A reputation like this is very practical and commendable. Okay. Where's this one-eyed devil? Short, chubby tiefling with a golden eye patch spits chewing tobacco between his feet and takes another pinch from a tobacco box adorned with jewels. A fine day to you, Commander. Welcome to One-Eyed Devil's trading house. His proud manner suggests that each word begins with a capital letter, and perhaps even continues in capital letters as well. So we got a merchant here. A trading house? It's just a shop. That depends. There was a time when I had nothing in my pockets but holes. But did I consider myself poor? No. I considered myself a rich man, who was temporarily down on his luck. Optimism is important, not only on the battlefield, Commander. You are the leader of a victorious army that will be chopping all the demons into mincemeat sooner or later. I am the owner of a trade empire, which, as you see, is only starting to grow. How did a tiefling end up on the side of the Crusaders? The answer is simple. The simplest thing there is. This is a good world, and I like living in it. Besides, the only one we've got. I'd love to know what's going on in the heads of the dimwits who are helping the demons destroy it. My best guess is that their horns grow inward, so there's no room for brains. I'm from Cheliax. Tieflings don't surprise anyone there, and they don't like demons any more than we do here. And why should they? The gods went to all the trouble of creating this world. Even Lord Asmodeus and his devils helped with the construction. And now these freeloaders show up after all the hard work is done, just to gorge and break things. It doesn't matter who you pray to. If you want to live, it's your duty to help. Isn't that a risky name for a store for Crusaders? This is the name again. One-Eyed Devil's Trading House. Yes, a week doesn't go by without some dimwit boiling over. Well, they don't pay me to explain the difference between allies and enemies, devils and demons, Lord Asmodeus and all the riffraff like Baphomet and Descari, so they can go hang. The tiefling spits between his feet and swiftly places another pinch of chewing tobacco in his mouth. Here's what I think. You like it, you buy it. You don't like it, keep moving. If you're spoiling for a fight, take yourself off to the tavern. Why are your prices so high? We're saving the world from demons, and that includes you. That's some claim. Did you hear that, good people? First of all, my prices are perfectly fair. They're no higher than you'd find anywhere else. Second, who's saving who here? Are you prepared to eat bark and fight with rocks and sticks? You know, I have open contracts with dozens of suppliers. I arrange deliveries and do whatever it takes to get you sharper weapons, better magical items, better food, and you're throwing the extra expense in my face? This is the thanks I get for honest work. What happened to your eye? Should I make up a story about a heroic fight with a horde of demons? Truth be told, this is how it happened. Back when I was a snot-nosed kid, I had just opened my first business selling pies on the street. The local lads quickly took notice of me and offered me protection in return for a small share of profits. The usual, you know. But I was so young, inexperienced, and greedy, so I told them to bugger off. Well, they caught me and taught me a lesson. They took it too far, though. I paid for the lesson with my eye, not just bumps and bruises. It's funny to remember it now, but back then, while it was happening, I was so scared. I thought they'd beat me to death. I remember I came running home in tears, and my mom just started screaming. I didn't have a clue why, and then I looked in the mirror and saw there were just shreds and mush where one of my eyes should be. I've remembered that lesson all my life. Ever since that day when I started business, I find some reliable business partners first. If I'd been born in a merchant family, my parents would have warned me about this, and about plenty of other things too, but I was a poor lad. So I had to learn everything the hard way. It's a miracle how many times I escaped death by a hair's breadth. In fact, it's lucky all I lost was an eye. I can afford a new eye now, of course, but you know, I just can't find the time. it will cost a tidy sum, and I don't want to take it out of the earnings. And besides, being the one-eyed devil is a big selling point for me. I'd be a fool to get my eye back only to have to keep it hidden under a patch. Have you heard about my new powers? What do you make of them? Yeah, I've heard all about them. What's there to say? It's a little weird for Zeke to be going around asking people if they heard about his powers. What's there to say? You haven't been dealt a great hand, though it's hardly the worst. Being an angel is a burdensome thing. It's too airy-fairy for my liking. All that sympathy and compassion? What does a commander need all that for? It's pointless. But don't worry about it, I'm not judging you. Asmodeus, forgive me, but if you had the power of a Fae or an Azata, that would be a disaster. Alright, let's see what you're selling. Okay. Some equipment. Expert lockpick. Some scrolls, just kind of miscellaneous stuff. Ingredients. Jewelry artisan in there. In there. We will check those out eventually. Let's look over here. Who's that? Alright, let's go to the tavern. 5, the tavern keeper. I was hoping Mr. Greybor would be in here. You know who else we also haven't found is Anivia. I think we're supposed to talk to her. There he is. Okay, Mr. Greybor.
How can I help you?
We've seen you a couple of times now. You've helped us out. It's cool. It was pointed out also that like there was a way we could have met him way back in Canabris, I think. Some of the quest lines for things like this remind me of some of the obscurities of Dark Souls quests where pretty much be impossible to figure them out without having prior knowledge or looking them up as you go. But it would be definitely cool to do this game again, even maybe with a guide where you really can catch some of the things that we missed because we didn't know to look for them. Before you stands a dwarf. He has stern, rugged features and looks to be well armed. He fills his pipe with tobacco from Garand, lights it, and blows out a cloud of smoke. Finally, he addresses you in a deep, dignified voice. How can I help you? Who are you?
Don't you remember our last meeting?
I do.
The name is Greybor. I'm an assassin for hire. But I suspect you're not here for small talk.
Guess we did talk to him.
Are you in need of my services?
We talked to him some after that fight with, was it a Baylor, I think? You tried to kill that huge demon at the Battle of Dresden, but you failed. What happened?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
Well, what would your reputation think about a dragon hunt?
A large adult female?
Indeed.
The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
So in thinking about potential party members, sounds like we shouldn't rely on him as someone that's going to be around permanently. But he seems pretty cool. And Zeke's not a cheapskate. We'll pay.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Drezen, to the Grimwood Forest.
Grimwood has been revealed.
The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there. I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Okay, we'll try to get on that as soon as we can. Cool, so see him here now. Oh yeah, okay. Just a profession. Neutral dwarf. Slayer. I was wondering. Okay. I was thinking, is he just a rogue or a slayer? For crusaders, war is a calling and a sacred duty. For him, it is just a profession. The ruthless bounty hunter came to the Worldwound in search of new business. Who becomes his client and who his victim does not matter to him. The holiest zealot and the most evil demon are no different in his eyes. They are but the next target that he must eliminate. Cool. Well, we have some experience playing a Slayer after a Kingmaker. It'll be kind of cool to have a Slayer in the party again. This feels like he could actually fit pretty well. I just feel like sometimes we're lacking someone to just put out big damage when we need it, so that could be cool. All right, he's got a Dwarven War Axe in each hand. Oh, and a hand axe over here. That's cool. Nice. Got some light armor. We're going to throw this chainmail medium armor on him that we had. Could give him this armor of dispersion. It's when an enemy confirms a crit against him, the enemy is affected by the equivalent of dispel magic. I don't know. Like, if the enemy is going to get a crit on him, I think I'd rather him have a couple more AC there. So we'll leave that on. Alright, cool. Greybor, welcome to the club. Hopefully we can get you to stick around for a while at least. I think at the moment he makes the most sense as our 6th party member. Although I actually Nenio has grown on me a little bit, and I do like, I mean, she's got the haste and a little bit of crowd control, so yeah, we'll see. We'll probably take him out with us though next time we head out. All right. Well, does that do it for people here in the tavern that we want to talk to? We didn't talk to the tavern keeper. So maybe we'll start off next time, check in with him, and then we had a couple more places here in town to look into, and then maybe we'll be able to actually head out and probably, I don't know, we're going to have to see what's happening with Crusade stuff now here from Drezen. I don't know what I guess now we're just going to be working to clear the map. We'll see. See if we get any, I guess we have some things here we're supposed to build. Oh, the other thing I suppose is to go back inside the Citadel here and see. Anavia's got to be hanging out somewhere, and I don't know if we have like quarters. Actually, yeah, like where do we rest in here? This teleport us there, won't it? We're gonna get a cutscene? Oh no, okay. Oh, we are getting a cutscene. Okay. A middle-aged paladin with a genial face salutes you. His sparse gray hair stands in fuzzy tufts on his head, giving him a distinctly unwarlike appearance. Ever-bright crusaders reporting for duty. My name is Chiar Kobolen, and I'm at your service. Queen Galfrey is gathering the main attack forces in Nerocyan. She ordered us to replenish the losses suffered in Conabris and come here. We will support your troops. A tall, dark-eyed lad is standing behind Chiar. He passionately echoes Chiar's words. We are ready to go to the front immediately. Allow us to be at the spear of the attack. The old crusader calls the young man to order. Morveg, don't speak unless spoken to. Don't worry, no one will be defeating any demons without you. Chiar smiles kindly and tussles the boy's hair. Who have you brought with you? Ever-bright crusaders mainly, but we have a lot of volunteers who joined us. Those who arrived at the Queen's call but didn't want to sit in Nerocyan, waiting for the main army to set off. All the hotheads know that the front is here. Chiar nods at the boy behind him, the one who's eager to fight. We picked up this one too. He walked to Conabris with an old sword in his hand and a few copper coins in his pocket. He was going to keep walking, to kill the demons, and then he would probably have laid siege to Threshold, no doubt. The boy's cheeks go pink at the old man's gentle mockery, but he continues to stare ahead resolutely and boldly. Did you fight in Conabris? How are things there? Not personally, no. The Queen summoned me and the bulk of our order to Nerocyan. Almost all those who remained behind in Conabris died, and the ones who didn't were disorganized and leaderless. But the order did not perish. New volunteers have been pouring into our ranks. We are licking our wounds. Conabris is rebuilding. Life wins out. People are coming from all over Avestan to help. Many are joining up with the Crusaders, just as it happened back in the First Crusade. Great, you will be serving under my command. The Crusader gives you a friendly smile. It's an honor for us, Commander. Let's give the demons a dusting. This kind of like our throne room was. Conabris. Yeah, we've got Crusade affairs here. Okay, that's probably where we like build the stable and that stuff that they were talking about. All right. We'll start off then next time with some of this stuff. Cool. Thanks a lot for being here. Really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I hope to see you back here with me again next time. Bye-bye.